All right, folks, welcome back to third edition of Return to the Rivers, LA River Trivia. I am Marissa Bates, your host, and I am the CFO, COO at Friends of the LA River, and I am so excited to have you here today. I am joined by the intrepid and exceptional Zoe Witt, who is going to be our resident scorekeeper. So let's say hi to Zoe. Hi, Zoe.
Hi, Marissa. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
How's it going?
Great. I'm really excited to be the one to also get to announce tonight's prizes.
Why don't you go for it then?
All right. Our first place winner will receive a premium ticket to our Noche del Rio virtual gala, which will be broadcast tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. With the premium ticket comes a special gala kit. So keep an eye out for me if you are the first place winner tonight. Keep an eye out for an email from me directly following trivia so I can get your delivery address and potentially get you your kit tonight or tomorrow. Our second place winner will receive a baseball cap with a flower pattern generously provided by Patagonia. And our third place winner and the contestant with the coolest name or team name will get a general admission ticket to our gala tomorrow. Good luck.
Well, that just sounds excellent. Thanks, Zoe, for sharing those prizes. And I can tell you that full art gala kit is very, very cool. It's got a cool canvas tote. It's got a bottle of wine. It's got a cool plant in it. There's some bamboo utensils, I think. It is a one-stop fuller swag shop. So we're really excited to share that with you. All right, so we'll get back to you here in a few minutes once we get through the first round. So folks, if you remember from the last 2 weeks, if you've been joining us, and if you haven't, you can go ahead and log into the Google form where we'll be accepting answers on today's trivia. So the link should be in the description of the video, but additionally, we'll make sure that we post that in the comments too, so you can click through that real quick here. So I think it's time to get started. What do you think? All right, let's head to round one. So round one, question one. Are you ready? Let's go. What color is the American avocet's summer plumage? Is it A, light gold, B, rusty peach, C, emerald green, or D, muted white? Again, question one is, what color is the American avocet, which I think I'm saying right, but I could be butchering. What is its summer plumage color? Is it A, light gold, B, rusty peach, or C, emerald green, or D, muted white? Which of those four options is the American avocet? All right, moving into question two. How can you identify a bufflehead? Is it A, the white patch behind its eyes, B, a black ring around its neck, and here's Rio the river cat, C, a large white plumage feather on top of its head, or D, a particularly round bulbous bill? Question two, round one. How can you identify a bufflehead? A, a white patch behind its eyes, B, a black ring around its neck, C, large white plumage feather on top of its head, or D, a particularly round bulbous bill? And that's the bufflehead. And here is Rio again. We're just going to see if he wants to settle. All right, moving into question three. What's the easiest way to distinguish a snowy egret from a great egret? Is it A, the plumage pattern, B, the bill shape, C, the feet color, or D, the bill color? Once again, what's the easiest way to distinguish a snowy egret from a great egret? Is it A, the plumage pattern, B, the bill shape, C, the feet color, or D, the bill color? Question four. What animal does Fuller use as a primary indicator species for the LA River? Is it A, the steelhead trout, B, the great blue heron, C, the common water strider, or D, the double-crested cormorant? Once again, number 4 is, what animal does Fuller use as a primary indicator species for the LA River? Is it A, the steelhead trout, B, the great blue heron, C, the common water strider, or D, the double-crested cormorant? And question 5. What fish would a steelhead trout be if it never made it out to the ocean? Would it be A, a lake trout, B, a golden trout, C, a silver trout, or D, a rainbow trout? Once again, question 5 is, what fish would a steelhead trout be if it never made it out to the ocean? A, a lake trout, B, a golden trout, C, a silver trout, or D, a rainbow trout? All right, folks, that's your first 5 questions. We'll give you a minute here to get in your answers and start submitting your form, and we'll see you back here very soon. All right, and we're back. I know it's a small group today because I heard there's a little something called the presidential debate that's happening this evening, but I'm so glad to see folks that are still participating. I think, Zoe, we probably have scores ready. Is that right?
Yes. Hello, everyone. That was a tough first round, Marissa. So as of right now, we have one contestant who has 3 points, and that is contestant Steelhead Trout, mask required. 3 points, you are in first place.
Well, terrific. We'll have to see if anyone else joins and anyone else catches up. But regardless, you and I are going to have a great time. I can tell you that right now. All right. Thanks, Zoe. Talk to you in a minute. All right, folks, we're going to head into round 2. Round 2, oh, I guess I can give you the answers if you'd like to that round. So let's go ahead and do that very quickly. Let's see. Question number 1. What color is the American avocet's summer plumage? It is B, rusty peach. Number 2, how can you identify a bufflehead? And that's A, the white patch behind its eyes. Number 3 is, what's the easiest way to distinguish a snowy egret from a great egret? Answer is C, feet color. Number 4, what animal does Fuller use as a primary indicator species for the LA River? And that is A, the steelhead trout. And last question, what fish would a steelhead trout be if it never made it out to the ocean? The answer is D, rainbow trout. All right, now we can head into round 2. Very, very excited about these questions as well. They come from the second part of this week's Return to the River series that we released. If you haven't been tuning in, definitely check them out. They're available on our Facebook and our YouTube. And all of those videos have been separated out so you can just watch the chunk that you're interested in. I'm particularly enjoying the Native Narratives segments that we've been producing in partnership with Indigenous tribes from around the LA watershed. So take a moment, check it out. It's some pretty cool content that we're really, really very proud of. All right, let's go on around to questions. Question 1, where did Ileana lead our mindfulness moment this week? Was it A, the Willow Street Estuary, B, the Dominguez Gap Wetlands, C, Golden Shore Marine Reserve, or D, Hollydale Park? Once again, where did Ileana lead our mindfulness moment this week? Was it A, the Willow Street Estuary, B, the Dominguez Gap Wetlands, C, the Golden Shore Marine Reserve, or D, Hollydale Park? Question 2, what modern-day city sits in place of the indigenous village of Tuapu? Is it A, Malibu, B, Simi Valley, C, Thousand Oaks, or D, Woodland Hills? Question 2, what modern-day city sits in place of the indigenous village of Tuapu? Is it A, Malibu, B, Simi Valley, C, Thousand Oaks, or D, Woodland Hills? Question 3, approximately how much does a Thule reed canoe weigh? Is it A, 50 pounds, B, 75 pounds, C, 100 pounds, or D, 125 pounds? Once again, question 3, approximately how much does a Thule reed canoe weigh? Is it A, 50 pounds, B, 75 pounds, C, 100 pounds, or D, 125 pounds? Question 4, where was the last steelhead trout found in the LA River? Was it A, the Arroyo Seco confluence, B, the Glendale Bridge, C, 6th Street Bridge, or D, the Rio Hondo confluence? Once again, where was the last steelhead trout found in the LA River? Was it A, the Arroyo Seco confluence, B, the Glendale Bridge, C, the 6th Street Bridge, or D, the Rio Hondo confluence? And question 5, last question of the round. What important annual FOLAR event is happening tomorrow and is critical to supporting FOLAR's year-round work? Is it A, the Great LA River Cleanup, B, our Source to Sea Education Day, C, Policy and Advocacy Palooza, or D, Noche del Rio Gala? Once again, and if you've been paying attention at all during the month of October, what important annual FOLAR event is happening tomorrow and is critical to supporting FOLAR's year-round work? Is it A, the Great LA River Cleanup, B, Source to Sea Education Day, C, Policy and Advocacy Palooza, or D, Noche del Rio Gala? All right, take a minute, submit your answers, and we'll come back here in just a few to go through the answers and hear a score update from Zoe. See you soon. All right, folks, thanks for sticking around for round 2. I do want to take a moment and thank our sponsors, Clean Power Alliance, for partnering with us on this content, as well as the entirety of Return to the River. We couldn't do it without our sponsor partners. We couldn't create the fantastic content and videos that we've been providing all month long and intend to do going forward. So thank you to Clean Power Alliance. We are so, so incredibly grateful, and hope to do more trivia going forward. I would also be remiss if I did not once again plug Noche del Rio, which you can buy your tickets right here at this link. No, other way. Right here. And you can learn more at that link and then go ahead and click through to purchase your tickets. General admission starts at just $10. So what are you waiting for? It really helps us. Every little bit counts, and we hope that you find a way to support the work that we're doing. So let me quickly go through our round 2 answers, and then we will head over to Zoe for the score update. So question 1 of round 2. Where did Ileana lead our mindfulness moment? The answer is D, Hollydale Park, which is a wonderful, wonderful park down in the lower river. If you have a chance, definitely stop by. It's a great mix of recreation and passive recreation and habitat right on the banks of the Yellow River. 2, what modern day city sits in the place of the indigenous village of Tuapu? The answer is B, Simi Valley. Question 3, approximately how much does a Thule reed canoe weigh? Answer is A, 50 pounds. Question 4, where was the last steelhead trout found in the LA River? The answer is B, the Glendale Bridge. And question 5, what important annual Fuller event is happening tomorrow and is critical to supporting Fuller's year-round work? You guessed it, it's the Noche del Rio Gala. I did also want to take a moment to say a special thank you to Alan Salazar and the Oak Brook Chumash Indian Museum in Thousand Oaks for their partnership on this week's Native Narratives, which a couple of the questions had come from. Also want to thank Wendy Katagi for meeting us and speaking about the fish passage on this week's River Report. And lastly, to Representative Jimmy Gomez for sitting down with Michael Atkins, our Senior Manager of Communications and Impact, to discuss his love of birds and all things river. All right, Zoe, I think I've given you enough time to tally all those voracious participants that are joining us today. So Zoe, why don't you give us an update on what we're looking at?
Yeah, well, first, Marissa, I have to say I'm a little embarrassed. You know, we're living in a COVID world when I see the word mask and automatically assume the word following it is required. Our contestant, which is continues to be in first place, is Steelhead Trout Mask Replica, a reference to an American rock band. Anyway, they continue to be in first place with 7 points after round 2.
Did they miss one of those questions?
Yes.
Must be embarrassing for them. All right. Well, we'll check in after round 3, which is everybody's favorite, river songs. So I'm going to do my best to try to give you a little bit of a sense of what the song is by reading it and kind of like, I don't know, giving it a little bit of a melody. But I think I tuned off the alarms that say that I'm copywriting music by doing that last time. So I'm going to try to scale back a little bit. Perhaps I'm giving myself too much credit. But anyway, river songs. All right, remember, for river songs, you get 1 point for the title of the song and 1 point for the artist. So song number 1, or lyrics from song number 1 are: the bridges were burned, now it's your time, now it's your turn to cry. It's the bridges were burned, now it's your turn to cry. What song is that, and who sang it? Song number 2. You keep going your way, I'll keep going my way. Let me get it this time. You keep going your way, I'll keep going my way. What song is that, and who sang it? All right, lyrics for song 3. Oh, sisters, let's go down. Let's go down. Come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down. Let's try that one more time again. Oh, sisters, let's go down. Let's go down. Come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down. Da-na-na-na-na-na. What song is it? Who sang it? All right, lyrics for question 4. Because when we're together, then you've got a lot. Because I am the river and you are the shore. Lyrics for song 4. Because when we're together, then you've got a lot. Because I'm the river and you are the shore. What song is that and who sang it? Song number 5. The lyrics are, when you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side, oh, when times get rough, and friends just can't be found. Lyrics for song number 5, our last song of the round. They say, when you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side, oh, when times get rough, and friends just can't be found. All right, folks, get your answers in. Take your guess on what songs those were, and we will be back in just a minute or two. All right, I'm back again. And around 3, I'm sure we really shook things up, is my guess, with the crazy number of players we've got online today. But let's get through the answers quickly, and then we will get a score update from Zoe. All right, song number 1. The bridges were burned. Now it's your turn to cry. And I might say, cry me a river. Cry me a river. That's Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake. Question number 2, or song 2, I should say. You keep going your way, I'll keep going my way. River, stay away from my door by Frank Sinatra. That one needs a little bit more swagger than I'm able to muster, I think, for just 2 lines. So go listen to it on your own. I think it's on our River playlist. All right. Oh, sisters, let's go down. Let's go down. Come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down to the river to pray. And that is Down to the River to Pray. And the artist is Alison Krauss, although I would have accepted Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou, because it's a great movie. And, you should see it if you haven't seen it. Question 4, song 4. Because when we're together, then you've got a lot. Because I am the river and you are the shore. And this song is Watching the River Run by Loggins and Messina or Kenny Loggins. The group sang, or the twosome sang it, as well as Kenny Loggins continued to sing on his own. And last song, when you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side, oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found. It's like a bridge over troubled water by Simon and Garfunkel. All right, that is your round 3. So let's get the score update quickly from Zoe. Zoe?
Well, you know, that's
happening in the world of scorekeeping.
Yeah, you know, round 3 is always a tricky round, but our contestant Steelhead Trout Mask Replica got 3 of those correct, so now in the lead at 13 points.
Well, that just sounds terrific. Let's see if Steelhead Trout Mask Replica, is that right?
Yes.
If that team can get our word scramble. I tried, Zoe, just so you know, I tried this week to make these reasonable word scrambles because I know they've been pretty tough in the past. I'm not sure really anyone's gotten any of them in the past couple of times I've done this. So I went easy, and now that there's just the one player, I mean, I really hope that this person can muster all of their brain power and do a good job. But we shall see.
Might be good to give the hint of these are all.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So with that in mind, round 4, that's our word scramble. We do it every week. But what I did this week is simplified it. So these are all birds that can be found on the river or on the shore, in the estuary, if you will. And they are specifically just kind of like, or I should say they're the non-specific part. So for example, if the answer were Alan's hummingbird, the word scramble would just be hummingbird. So, you know, I kept it really basic. No specific species required. You just get to unscramble like a type of bird that probably has multiple species. So let me go ahead and put up the word scramble, and I will come back to you in 5 minutes and see how you've done. All right, and we're back. I didn't give you quite 5 minutes, so if you're playing this after the fact, because you should, because it's fun, sorry, but the person who is playing along live with us just submitted their answer, so we're going to go ahead and start the scoring process. But while we do that, let's go ahead and take one last moment to thank our partner, Clean Power Alliance, for sponsoring trivia. We're so grateful to be able to do this work each and every day. This is just a small part of what FOLAR does, a very insignificantly small part of what FOLAR does. But hopefully you're having a good time, and that is because of Clean Power Alliance. So thank you. I also want to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors for Return to the River. We couldn't do any of this work without them, including tomorrow's gala, Noche del Rio, which I know I've already talked about, but we're going to talk about again because it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you in particular to Amazon, M2O, Postmates, and Toyota Financial Services for being our headline sponsors for this month of programming and for being long-term partners. We're very, very, very grateful for that support. And because I still got your attention, one last time, go ahead and buy some tickets to Noche. I think it's going to be a fun event tomorrow. In fact, I know it's going to be a fun event, and I know it's an event that everyone has worked very hard on to not only showcase the best of what FOLAR has to offer, but also give us an opportunity to learn more about art in the river and the artists that are really crafting new narratives and new ways to imagine public spaces. So please join us tomorrow, Friday, October 23rd at 6 o'clock for Noche del Rio Gala, and you can learn more and buy your tickets right here. See, I did it better that time, right there. All right, let me go ahead and do answers, but I think I should pull up the words again so we can talk about them. All right, word one, nice pal. Can you figure this one out? Maybe pelican might be the answer on that one. It's fun to do this and entertain myself. All right, and word scramble number 2, Rhone. It is not a river in Europe, it is heron. We've got lots of different kinds of herons on the river, including Adam Schiff's favorite heron, the great blue heron. Word scramble 3, darn pipes. Darn pipes. This one stumped our live contestant, but the answer is sandpiper. I quite like watching these when I'm at the beach, and hopefully you do too. Word scramble number 4, greet. Kind of sounds like the actual bird, which is an egret. It's an egret. Snowy egrets, great egrets. Remember, we learned you can tell them the difference by their feet. So that's a good one. And last, but certainly not least, and certainly not least in my heart, cram or not. That is the cormorant, folks. Best bird. It's my favorite bird. If you've at all been paying attention, that is the bird that I love the most. So, hope you had fun. Hope I was able to kind of cleanse you in advance of what's going to be a tumultuous evening of debate, as well as the rest of the next couple of weeks for the election. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so grateful for your support. If you're watching this after the fact, let us know who wins the presidential election. Really curious. But if not, enjoy tonight, and we will see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock at Noche del Rio. So don't be a stranger. Talk to you soon. Have a great night. And that's all, folks.